Welcome to my channel. My name is the Frugal Investor. This is my first video here on YouTube. Today I'm trying to show my first Today I'm trying to show my portfolio here on YouTube, which is now about $70,000. As you guys can see, I use M1 Finance for all of my holdings. I also use Robinhood, but that's just 10% of what I own in the stock market. The portfolio that I own on M1 Finance, it's called Growth Dividend and Fire portfolio. So the main goal of this portfolio for me is to grow my money in the long term, and while my money is growing, to make some dividend on the side. And while I'm making dividends, all of this strategy will finally bring me financial independence as time goes by. Right now, the market is not in a good spot as of today. It has been coming down. Healthcare and financials have taken a specific hit today. In my portfolio so far, I am negative $476.92, which is nothing. And so far I have gained $10.39 in dividends, and this is the money that I have invested initially in the market. And so now we will go over my portfolio, what stocks I own. So for this portfolio, I haven't had it for a while. I just started investing in M1 Finance on November 17th. As you can see, on November 17th, it went up to $70,288, and then came down to $69,000, then went up to $69,955, and now finally $69,511. So now we'll go over my portfolio. I will show you what stocks I own, what holdings I own, and what is the reason I hold those holdings. In future videos, I will go in more depth as to what holdings I want to hold for the long term and what holdings are only for a shorter period of time. As I said before, this is the main reason for this strategy. This is the main final goal in 10 years or 9 years, whenever I reach my financial independence number. So this number right here, this is 3 years of hard work. All of my money was in Robinhood previously, but now I just switched it to M1 Finance. I had been saving for the last 2.5, 3 years, and I had been investing it in the market. And this is my last 3 years of hard work. This is not just overnight. So now we will go along in all the pies that I own, and I will show you what holdings I have. Starting with technology. Technology is the biggest sector that I own. I own about 30% of my portfolio is in technology. It's down by $50 today, and I own about $21,000 in technology. So the biggest holding in technology that I own is Apple. Apple is one of the strongest stocks out there. 2 trillion market cap, bigger than some of the countries and their GDPs. The second holding that I own in this one is Adobe. I'm a big fan of this company. I've been holding this company for 4.5 years now. It was I don't exactly remember, but I think it was about 150 when I bought it, between 150 and 200, and today it's standing at $462. So I've been having this stock in my portfolio for over 4 years now. And then Microsoft, also my favorite stock. I am about 9% in Microsoft. Coming over to Broadcom. Broadcom is also one of my favorite stocks, and the reason is because of their high dividend portfolio and also their Also, there's strong growth in the past years. This company has been performing really well. This is also one of my long-term holdings. I plan to hold it for a long time. MasterCard is very strong. MasterCard and Visa both are very strong companies, and they have a lot of growth in the future, and they have seen a lot of growth within the past 2 years since 2017. Amazon, I own about 7% of my portfolio in technologies. Amazon, about $1,444, which is like 50% of one stock. Same thing with Tesla. I'm not heavily invested in Tesla, but I do have huge hopes for this company, and I'm holding this company also for the very long term. Then I have Discover Financial Services. This is a financial company, but I keep it here because they are moving most of their infrastructure to tech-based and cloud-based sources, and it's more of a tech company to me than a financial company. And I really believe in this company as well. They have been doing tremendously well. They have been having a strong growth over the past year. I bought this in Robinhood when it was below $48, and over the past 3 years, it has seen tremendous growth. So if you see over here, um, this stock is currently, it went down during the pandemic and now it's picking back up. And I think it's gonna go way higher than $91 or $84. I think this stock has a lot of potential, and I'm buying it at a good price. So for me personally, this stock is a strong buy. Moving on, I have some smaller portions of technology holding in these stocks. For example, Salesforce, Booz Allen Hamilton. Salesforce, I have been holding it for about 2 years now. I don't really like it that much, but I have strong hopes. It's competing with some strong competitors in its space, like Microsoft. This is also not a very long-term holding, but I will give it a good 5 years. Same with Booz Allen Hamilton. As a federal contractor based here in Virginia, I really like the company. They have a good dividend as well. Paychex also has a good dividend, and I have held Paychex for about 1 year now, and I've seen strong growth in the company, and I think it's gonna go way more than. And if you can see it, 5 years, it has seen some tremendous growth. I think it's currently undervalued. Me personally, I think it's currently undervalued. Moving over, I got Nvidia, the chip maker. I got Intuit, TurboTax platform. I got Visa, very strong company. I have strong hopes for Visa. PayPal, not a lot, but I have some portion of PayPal. They recently bought Honey, which I don't think was a good decision they made. Atlassian, which is a really good company. I personally use it in my workplace on a day-to-day basis. And I have Shopify. Shopify, I'm not real. I have been holding Shopify for a long time now, and I hear from people not good things, but I have strong hopes. Okta, ServiceNow, Twilio, Splunk. Splunk is one of my favorite companies. It's a log analysis tool. It's really a strong company, and they have recently been growing tremendously fast in the cybersecurity and data analysis space. So I bought it 2 years ago. I bought Splunk 2 years ago, and in the last 2 years it has seen tremendous growth. I bought it when it was about $125, and I think it's still undervalued. Moving on, I have Workday. Workday is also a good company, but I keep it at 1%. I still haven't seen Workday enough to invest more money. Moving on, this is my biggest sector, 30%. Moving on to consumer. Consumer is one of my strongest sectors in this portfolio that I think somewhat most stable sector in my portfolio. Target is one of my favorite stocks. I think Target is going to be around for a long time. Lowe's, one of my favorite 5-star stocks. If you haven't got Lowe's in your portfolio, you're missing out. I think they're a very good company, very strong company, and I think they will do really well. Sherwin Williams, again, one of really good stock, really good dividend. It's a little bit expensive, but I think it's going to do tremendously well in the future. McDonald's, again, one of the strongest companies out there, and one of my favorite stocks. A great dividend, $5, about $5 per stock. And I'm going to increase my holdings in McDonald's and Target and Lowe's in the future. Walmart, um, Walmart, I have about 10%, but I think I'll be reducing it in the future. Same with Home Depot. Home Depot, it has done well during the pandemic, and I have been holding Home Depot for about 4 years now, and I have seen some good things, and I think I will hold it for the longer term. Coca-Cola is a good stock. I got it for the dividend, and because Warren Buffett owns it. Same with Costco, is a very beautiful company. I see great things in the future for Costco. This is also one of my long-term holdings. Same with Waste Management. This is Actually, this should be under industrials, but I keep it over here because I like it here, and I think this has some strong growth in the future. Also, they have a good dividend associated with them. That's also one of the reasons I keep Waste Management, and it has seen some slow but stable growth in the past. PepsiCo, it's a little bit overpriced, but they have a good dividend, and that's the reason I'm holding them. Disney, I will increase my share of Disney. I will make it to 10% and reduce Home Depot and um, Walmart to 6%. I have strong hopes for Disney. I think with Disney Plus, they are going to do really well as soon as this pandemic is over. Once the parks open up, I think Disney will do really well. And they just canceled their dividend, but I think they will bring it back up once the pandemic is over and the parks open up and their stock price goes up. Same with Starbucks. I might reduce it a little bit, but I will keep it for at least 5 to 6 years. And Netflix, I might reduce it a little bit more, and next 5 to 6 years, I think it will be around, and that's the time I'm giving it. After that, we'll see. Now we come on to real estate. Real estate is one of my favorite portfolios in my pie. So the Blackstone Group. The Blackstone Group is one of the strongest companies that I have in my portfolio. I have owned this for about 4.5, around 5 years in my Robinhood account now. And I think it has great things. They have a strong real estate. They're very diversified, and they have a strong real estate portion with multifamily units, commercial properties. Same with Boston Properties, and same with Realty Income Corporation. Boston Properties, I really like this stock because I used to work in one of their buildings, and trust me, this is a strong company. Even during the pandemic, the buildings that they own are busy. I mean, in Northern Virginia and DC, their buildings are busy. Most of their tenants are tech-related companies here in Northern Virginia and DC. I see great things for this company, and this is one of my longer term holdings, especially 10 years or maybe even more than that. Same with the Digital Realty Income Corporation. I haven't seen a lot of growth in this stock. I have lost about $100, as you can see, but they have a good dividend, and this is also one of my long-term holdings. Coming to financials. Financials, um, I have been losing money in this sector since the day I bought it here on M1, but I am very hopeful, and I believe in these companies that I own here, JP Morgan Chase and Company. I think they will do really well. They have very smart strategies they have been appointing recently, and I will upload more videos where I will tell why JP Morgan Chase and Company is a good buy, and I think it will do really well in the future. Sandy Spring Bank Corp is a local bank here in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. I used to work for this bank, and they have a very good foundation. They're a small community bank, but their earnings are really good, and they have a good dividend. Capital One Financial Corporation is one of the best best financial stocks to own out there. They are moving very fast towards technology, and that I think is the future of banking. I used to work in a bank for about 5 years, and I can see it happening at a very larger scale. And I think Capital One is the leader of the technology movement of moving banking to basically personless, less person to person interactions and more online things, more online banking. And that's why I own this stock. I also have 75 stocks of Capital One because I used to work for Capital One. Um, and then Bank of America, I have them in a different E-Trade portfolio. And then Bank of America, because Warren Buffett owns it, so why not? Coming down to healthcare. Healthcare, as you can see, I have lost about $130 since November 17th. Johnson and Johnson, great dividend, great company. AbbVie, great dividend and great company. Becton Dickinson and Company, I have owned this stock for about 2 years now, and I have seen a good amount of growth. So, and they have a good dividend, so that's why I'm holding this stock in my portfolio, and I am going to keep it for at least 5 to 6 years. Same with Anthem and Pfizer. I'm owning it because they have a great dividend, and also they just came out with the drug for coronavirus pandemic, so I'm going to hold this for the long term as well. Coming down to industries. Industries, I have about $5,000, about $4,179, and then I have lost about $20.86 so far since November 17th. And again, this is because of the market going down, and I'm a long-term holder, and this doesn't affect me very much. If it goes more down, I'm going to come in and buy more. In the industrial sector, I own Union Pacific, which is a really strong company. I have had it for about 3 years now. They have a great dividend, and they have a very strong growth in the past 3-4 years. Yeah, same with Canadian Pacific Railway, and same with Norfolk Southern Corp. Norfolk Southern Corp is based out here in Virginia, and all three of these I will be holding for at least 7 to 8 years in the future. Coming down to ETFs. So I do have ETFs in my portfolio. I am going to reduce it in the future. I don't know if it's a smart move or not, but I just keep them there. I wanted to invest this in bonds, but for now I just want to be in ETFs. So I have S&P 500 high dividend SPHD. I like the dividend. I don't think it's a good buy, but the dividend is good, and that's the reason I hold it. Same with VYM, very high dividend, good index fund, well diversified. Same with S&P 500 from Vanguard. ETF and the growth. Coming to utilities. Utilities, I have about $3,400. Wait for it, in one company. Next Era Energy. The reason I have $3,400 in one company is because I think this stock is very much undervalued. If we go to 5 years holding, this stock has seen nothing but growth, and I think it's at a very good price to buy. I think it's gonna go up. I think it's gonna go up, and I think it's very cheap right now. And I'm gonna buy more of this stock in the future. Also, it has a great dividend, so this is one of my very long-term holdings, at least 12 to 13 years. And then I also have some Duke Energy, which I'm going to buy once I put in more money. Coming down to Telecom. Telecom is a very small sector in my portfolio. AT&T and Verizon. I think AT&T has made some dumb decisions in the past by buying DirecTV, and Verizon is okay, is good. They have a great dividend. Same with AT&T. The reason I keep them here is because of their dividend, and I will keep holding them for the next 7 to 8 years and see where it goes from there. So thank you for watching my video. This is my 70,000 portfolio so far. I will keep you guys updated. I will also be posting videos on my Robinhood portfolio and my Webull portfolio. I do invest on those platforms. If you want to sign up for M1 or Webull or Robinhood, check out the links in the description below. This is a great time to invest. Also, like, subscribe, and press the bell icon if you want to follow me on my journey to fire and gain some valuable knowledge, hopefully from my journey. And for that reason, like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Fuck, man.